literally, this thing is straight out of the box. We put fuel in it, an hour meter on it. I looked at the carburetor, I opened it up yesterday. Jetting's quite a bit different. It would be interesting to know why it's so different, see what's different, what's not different. For the most part, I believe the engine is the same. The whole pipe's design is quite a bit different. The airbox is a lot different, so you know how it takes on air and uses air is obviously different. So I don't know, sometimes you gotta put the trust in the people building it. You know, like I've been a part of those R&D teams, and there's some smart people in there. So too many people try to overthink it, you know, and think that they know more. And I always, at least in my experience, riding it stock and understanding its strengths and weaknesses in that form, positive. So probably the biggest thing that I wouldn't necessarily care about on this bike is had I had more time, and actually all the parts were on the trailer, but I would have changed tires. Outside of that, we'll probably do a couple laps, see how it is. I'll put wheels and see if the front wheel's gonna fit. We need to make sure that, because obviously it's a whole new rear swing arm, so I need to make sure that the rear wheel fits. So if rear wheel fits, then we'll get rid of those and we'll be on his normal tires. I'll listen and take his comments into consideration.
I don't even know if I moved the levers down or anything. It's that stock.
I got you.
Oh, you did? Oh, thank you.
How's it feel? How's it turn still?
It just feels like it has so much more balance than the other bike.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of rides like the 125 and stuff. Like, I feel like you can put your leg up so much higher through the ruts and stuff. Which then it like keeps your balance up a lot more. Like, it never felt like it wanted to wash or like thing. And it's dry right now, so it's a bit thing, but it felt good though.
It looks better balanced.
Yeah.
All right, let's work on the jetting a little bit.
Okay.
And then Kaya can have a little ride, and then I'm gonna change out some things. First impressions are good. Looks balanced. He says it looks balanced, so it aligns with what I see. So I like it. A well-balanced bike is not always easy to achieve, so starting with it is always a good thing. I think stock on the old bike was like 142 main with a 48 pilot, where this comes with like a 140 main and a 55 pilot. For reference, I didn't even have a 55 or bigger than a 50 pilot in my jet box, just because like we think on super minis we went to a 48 every once in a while when it was cold, but other than that we were like 42 to 45 pilots, so a good bit different. So anyway, we'll tweak on this a little bit, see if I know what I'm doing.
Hopefully it's as easy to get out, because
actually it's a little easy. It's a little harder. Like getting to the top of the carb is a little more complicated. Like the other one, the new airbox shape, and I was thinking maybe it was just the, you know, like the actual this part, but it has a backing, so you can't really get to the top part, so that makes it a little more complicated. And so that's why I pulled the tank and the seat off, because I haven't learned the cheat code yet. Baby Giraffe likes the bike better.
Like when you put your foot up, it just like, it's a more relaxing like position.
Yeah.
And then it like keeps it up from the thing so my giraffe legs don't hit the ground. So
we're feeling it?
Yeah, it rides like almost like the 250 almost.
Does it feel any different size-wise or no?
Size-wise, not really. No, everything feels pretty much the same. It's a bit narrower. Where do you like with your knees and stuff on like the radiator shrouds? Like the old bike kind of goes out a little bit. This one kind of stays sharper and straighter. But
check this guy out. Promise. He doesn't get paid to say that. Unless he's getting a KTM check, then I'm not. No, I like it. I think it's relevant. Probably a lot of people watching this can relate that the 65 was not a successful change. Like, they had a lot of issues. And so I think generally everyone's a little nervous about this bike, but from everything that I've heard, the engine for the most part remaining the same, parts all remaining the same, just a big upgrade on chassis and swing arm. So hearing what he says is real. Like, it looks more balanced, easier to ride, and yeah, we're just throwing some jets at it, which is normal. But I think they've done a lot. You know, they've done a really good job of this upgrade. We'll report back, but right now, like, people shouldn't be scared to go and buy them when, you know, with the thought of what happened with the 65. So, and until that changes, I'll let you know. But right now, I'm excited to hear him say that, especially because there's a part of me that I would like to start transitioning to 125 and 250, but I think he still needs to tick this box a little bit. I think he's in between. So the fact that his feet fitting better, his legs and everything like that, it's from a dad that wants to, you know, see my kid get a little more out of it. I'm happy to hear that.
The jetting definitely was a bit better in some areas, like down like the straightaways, it was a lot better. I actually got ahead to go fourth a little bit in some of the straightaways because it was a bit boggy in the first session.
What'd you pull off for?
He pulled me in. I was liking it. It was pretty good. It's still just a bit rich on the bottom a little bit, just in the corners. But other than that, it was pretty fun, pretty good.
I went up one on the main just because it was a 140. Again, I think it's just numbers. Can't really take it for what it is. And I went down one on the pilot. I almost think I need to go leave the main where it was and go back down and go down one more on the pilot. So we'll see.
At Mountain Motorsports, we don't just sell power sports. We sell opportunities for adventure. Mountain Motorsports operates 10 dealerships across Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama with tons of in-stock inventory of motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, watercraft, and more. It's our mission to help you find and customize the perfect machine for you and your riding style. Not only are we committed to getting you on the perfect machine, but with over 200 years of combined experience in our service departments, we also support you through every step of your adventure ahead. Together, we make the road less traveled the most thrilling adventure of your life.
Whenever you were pro, did you get the opportunity to ride bikes stock?
A few times. I mean, obviously, like, majority of my career, I was always on a factory team, so, you know, we had to do photo shoots and stuff like that. But I would say that that's what's evolved the most is, like, once upon a time, we would ride production bikes and they were so scary to ride, where now, like, production bikes are so nice. The first time I rode a stock bike on a supercross track, I was at Castilla Ranch. Grant Langston and I went straight from Vegas Supercross 2007 to they had to ride the 2008 bike. And initially it was just unbelievable. One, how good the bike was. We could ride it on Supercross and it was enjoyable. And if you all remember, that was the year that, you know, GL never got over it. He struggled most of the outdoor season and then, you know, kind of argued, and then they finally gave him the 2008 bike and he went on to win the 2007 outdoor championship on the 08 bike. Finished it off and rode strong and the bike was good, and then I went and won 08 Supercross title on it, so solid bike. Good memories from riding a good production bike. You know, it always, in my opinion, it always results in good race bikes. I've never seen a good production bike be a
What do you think about the new bike?
Gotta find out. It's aight. It looks aight.
Dude, you're worse at talking to me.
Gotta go ride the 25, test that shit. Test her out, feel her out. This is the bike I'll be on next year.
The rear slides just a tad bit more because the
Goes
shock,
taller or lower?
it's a little bit taller.
It does go taller.
Yeah. Before the shock was really like really low. So like the rear like pretty much stayed where it was going, but I had to get used to it and then it was good. I feel like it could still turn.
I want to change that shock back.
Okay.
Let's change that shock. How's it feel?
Good.
You're fine.
Yeah. I didn't get any head shake or anything. But we went and tested out a new shock. We're just going back to the other one and seeing how that one feels with the forks and stuff. So just changing out the shock a little bit and then also the main jet a little bit just to make it run a little bit cleaner. Yeah, everything's so good right now. Bike handles really well. I like it and it's fun.
Give us your thoughts, final opinions.
Final opinion, it kind of rode like a 125 or the 250, like where I feel really comfortable in the corners. It has a lot more like turn ability to get through the corners and stuff. The bike has a lot more balance, so I like that a lot for myself because I like standing through corners and getting pretty technical with it. So today was pretty fun. Got to ride in the new 2025. Dad's probably gonna mod this thing out, so this thing's gonna be ripping.
It's a bit different, you can tell, but yeah, I like what Tate said. Plastics being slimmer, a bit better, and it helps you through the corners. And then there's a few other things that I can't really name. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was good overall. So
I think overall, like their cornering and how it sticks and it goes through the turn, and even listening to their comments and Tate's in particular, so relevant from my own self. Switching from what I call the old bike to the newer generation bike is you know, ergonomically, it's so much nicer to ride and things like that. So it's nice that when you look at it visually, like it looks like they put it in the computer and just scaled it down in percentage to get an 85 from the big bike, and which is fair because that's the comment as well. So it's pretty cool. I'm impressed.
He can relax. He can